All right, welcome back, everybody. We have open doubles. I'm joined in the booth with Clay Toomey. Welcome back, Clay.
Howdy, howdy. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. We have Brandon Munoz and Rob Mars on the left. They were your number one seed. And Jacob Balcos and Sam DiJohn on the right. Let me see where they were.
If I was a good co-host, I'd have had that for you.
It's all right. I would guess. Two. Number two seed.
Wow.
And we know Jacob plays Brandon very well.
Yes.
So the question will be, can Sam stop Brandon's snake shot, right?
Yeah.
That'll be one of the questions anyway.
So the number one seed meets the number two seed over in the losers bracket to see who gets to fourth or better. Did I get that right? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Welcome to Foosball. There are no guarantees.
Yeah, and the sleeper team that made it to the King Seed match of open doubles, you'll never believe who this is.
I already saw, so I'll only believe it because I saw it, but go ahead.
Jeffrey Schneider and Ahmed Taha.
Yep.
Yeah.
And there is.
Who did they take down here? Which one of these giants did they take down? I don't even know yet. I haven't even.
Well, they beat Paul and Mike Bilirakis in their previous match. Before that, they beat Michael Stahl and Mike Wierowski. And then we'll just go over here and I'll click.
Someone else took out the heavyweights.
Yeah, Paul and Paul and Mike were the number 3 seed, so that was definitely the heavyweight on that side. And then on Jeff and Taha's part of it, the number 7 seed there was Ron and Jason Binder. So that whole bracket's pretty interesting.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to really take a good look at that later.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah. Well, I have it pulled up. We can chat about it here in a moment.
All right.
But are they not started yet? Or they took a timeout. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what happened, but the team on the right's up too.
Is Rob going full pro master play here?
Yeah, full pro style.
He's over there talking. We don't have a camera facing that way, but he's over there talking with Karma at the desk up there. They went down. He's walking back now. Yeah. I forgot you had that. I could have said that sooner. But Jacob and Sam got up 2-0 real fast. And then Rob said, what's the situation on the balls here? And FYI, if you are in this position as a player, and they've already played 2 balls, you're playing with those 2 balls.
Right.
Like, there is no switch. You can't just go, hey, wait a second, I don't like these balls. That conversation is before the match. If they agreed to it, yeah.
Then it's okay.
I don't actually know. I think the rules are pretty clear on that. I think you start the match, and then if something happens to the ball, you can replace that ball. But
what if people agree they don't care about the rules?
Well, if there's no ref at the table, you could agree on anything.
Right.
You could agree on, let's play with our toes instead of our fingers or whatever.
Gotcha.
But if you're there's a bit of a pro play there where you get up 2-0 immediately, and then, hey, let's switch the balls. And if you're Jacob and Sam there, their tendency is definitely going to be like, yeah, whatever, it's whatever. And I think 10 years from now they'll make a different decision and go, no, these are the balls we're playing with.
Yeah, you might be right.
And then a tournament director could always overrule that. Tournament director has final say.
Sam and Jacob had no problem at the tour kickoff playing with the slippery foosballs.
Yeah.
That we had. And these are better than those. Big mean left hook there by Munoz. Defensive switch on your left. Taking away here. Is Rob shooting? Looks like he's shooting.
Yeah. And you can just see these balls are rolling slower. These are 2 brand new balls that he brought back to the table. Sam and Jacob with a combined age of not old enough to run for president.
Yeah, Sam 17?
Yeah. I think he turned 17 in April. I think he's 16 now.
And Jacob is either 18 or 17.
He's 18. He just turned 18 in December, yeah. So they are 34. Must be 35, I believe, to run for president. I think so. Sounds about right.
Yeah, 35 or 36.
Yeah. And through the magic of the internet, we'll know that answer here in just a second.
You can't let it go. Yeah, this is a 3 out of 5 matchup for sure.
Yeah, 35.
35 to be president?
To run for president, you have to be 35.
Okay. 4-1 lead, or 4-2 lead for the kids, basically.
Yep.
The teens.
Jacob using a different series against Brandon.
Where did that go?
Pull side.
Pull side.
Yeah.
All right, that'll do it for game 1. Yeah, our sponsor for this event is Nexa Mortgage. They are a mortgage broker lending to customers looking to own their home or refinance their existing home. Please visit nexamortgage.com for more information. And a healthy payout at the end of the road here because of them. $1,500 is
Nice.
a payout for open doubles.
And that is, say their name again?
Nexa Mortgage.
Nexa Mortgage. Shout out to you. Thank you. Talking to Jacob before this match, and I do have the green light to share this. He did say that it's okay to say. He uses a different 5-bar series against Brandon. He doesn't use his tic-tac, weave, brush, this, that, and the other. He just uses what most people call a stick series.
Okay.
What I call kind of like a stop ball, where you're either going laying off that stop ball set or you're going wall. It's very simple. Billy Pappas used to run with that. Warren Van Landingham does it really well. A couple other players do it. Tony does it on Warrior when those tournaments were around. Very different, very similar looking, but very different in terms of options and reads and all that stuff. So if you're wondering why Jacob is using a different 5-bar series this match, it's not by chance or by coincidence or just flipping a coin and deciding. It's because of who his opponent is there on the 5-bar.
So Brandon must defend the brushes very well.
Yeah. And particularly the weaving, nice outside paint there.
That's cool.
That's off the roll, too.
The reason that shot works well is because it fakes the inside bank along the way.
But going back to the 5-bar conversation, the weaving ball movement that Jacob often does, that is Brandon's comfort zone. I mean, the ball's movement, everything about it, it's all going around. He is just very comfortable with that. And this stop series here, which it's not literally stopped because you have to have the ball moving to pass it, but it's a very different read that Brandon has to make. So it's not as easy, and you see Jacob having several shots here because of it.
Oh, we see Jacob play Brandon as well as anyone.
Yeah. And, of course, they're coming fresh off a win in Portland, at the Portland Moneyball event there.
3 events they won, right?
Yeah. Brandon's shaking his head. He's just getting roasted on the 5. I don't think he would disagree with that. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been telling people, I think Jacob has upgrades. He's got upgrades on every handle now.
Yep.
He's been hitting it so hard, gearing up for the World Cup. That's what I want to see.
Yeah. Nice slow defense by Sam here.
Yeah, Sam's got a nasty reverse. He's one of the best in the business with that reverse. Little movement.
Ooh.
Took me years to be able to beat Sam DiJohn.
Yep.
He's just a little kid. Took me years to beat him.
Yep. I played him in singles this weekend, and he put me on the loser side.
That's a little post-up shot by Munoz.
Yeah. Sam just getting there just a little late. Also, I think there was some angle on that.
But that's that wrinkle for the post-up, specifically for the post-up. I don't know if Brandon created it or Tommy created it. They both started doing it around the same time, so I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But you know the shot I'm talking about.
Well, Tommy Atkinson was doing that several years ago.
The snake shot where he brings it
Pops
over
it over to the near side, yeah, and just and from that first dot hits it straight in. Yeah, I saw Tommy Atkinson do that as early. I mean, when I started playing,
Really?
I'd say, yeah, a decade ago, at a minimum, and probably more than that. And he'll also do it with the front pin, where he kind of pulls it over and just does like a flippy with it. Youngsters are in charge of this one. One to nothing.
Yeah, try and watch how Jacob defends Munoz, offensive 5. That was that little European wrinkle that I like so much there.
Look at my kid just diving under the table to get the balls.
He's going after it?
He's off to the races, man.
Dude, the kid's awesome, man.
Dude, he slid under. Oh, I wish I had a camera on that. The ball just left. I mean, it is 30 feet away, and he went for a run to get that. You're not going to take my kid's seat.
All right, ball back into play here.
All right, yep.
Thanks to Phoenix.
Yep. On goal. Man, Sam has a nasty 2-bar, man. And the thump from his shot is just unlike really anything else you see in foosball right now, I think.
He's not giving Brandon that quick pull side.
It is scary to play that kind of defense against somebody like Brandon.
I can't do that.
Yeah. I mean, the patience and the poise and, frankly, just the nerve to do that is
nice dish there.
Next level.
I can't get a slow defense to work like that.
Yeah.
I'm just not fast enough off the jump, maybe.
A lot of confidence required in there. Just having a solid read that you're comfortable following.
Chance to tie this game up.
Oh, he's trying to chop that. That's an attempt at hitting the angle.
He's got really soft middles like that have carved me up before.
Yeah.
So I know he can hit that shot.
Well, what he's trying to do off that last set, he's actually trying to hit it
right.
like
spray it down,
chip
at a
it down,
soft
yeah.
angle. Yeah, he's killed me with that before.
Yep.
And you can't do the reverse on him if he's really far away. That's what that taught me.
Yeah.
Back into the goal, ties it up here.
Yeah. And if you're Sam, you just got to remember I'm playing MVP like foosball here, and that's just math catching up sometimes.
Right.
You just hit the ball in and just stick with what you've been doing.
Yeah, obviously Sam not looking at the ball. He's just looking at his defense.
Yep. Ooh, nice. He just gets that goalie rod out there just in time.
Oh, that was that bar. That evens it up here. One game apiece.
And I think that's how simple an accident, an oops-a-doo can get you out of your game. Do we need to go to the –
Oh,
okay. Because Sam knocks that ball in for the 4th point. And I think – obviously I'm not going to pretend to read his mind, but I think he's – that 4th goal was in his mind for the rest of that game.
It tortured him, you're saying.
Yeah, and I think it might not be the worst idea to just take a timeout. If something bothers you that much, and that sucks, man, when you knock the ball in your own goal 4-3 like that in a match like this against a team like that, it's hard to just shake it off. Taylor Swift didn't really write that song about foosball. It's hard to just go, you know what, man, no big deal. But it's
obviously,
you have to.
Obviously, Sam doesn't do it enough. When I do it, it's no big deal because I've done it so many times.
Right.
Knock the ball in on myself. That's just standard procedure.
Yep.
Once a day, I'm probably going to do that.
Yep.
right, back underway. This is game
Oops.
3. Yeah, we have our pit area sponsored by 2 companies,
Okay.
Holmes Automotive Recycling and Latacrete. It's latex and concrete.
Oh, wow.
Oh, there was that shot. That's the one that we were talking about.
Yep. And it's a good shot. I think there's something to be said about just acknowledging good shot, and I'm not going to change my whole life for one shot. He's blocked one of them. He's been scored on with one of them. So
2 of them. He's hit 2 of them. How many is it going to take for you to not post up anymore? I think that's what Munoz is trying to figure out. Oh, that's
Another
the same
one.
outside bank. You tell yourself not to look at the inside bank when he brings it across like that.
Jacob normally has very good bank defense. He's very good with the fork.
But that's a sneaky one.
Yeah, it's rolling. It's not just a set ball shot. Great job keeping the junk out there.
Ooh, Robbie kept that one out there.
Yep. You got to stop the bleeding. You just have to step away, walk away from the table. It's 4-0. Don't lose a game without calling a timeout. I mean, this went from they had a shot or 2 to go up 2 games to nothing, and now it's 4-0. They're looking to go down 2 games to 1.
That's how quick it can go downhill for you here.
Yeah. There's that inside bank you were talking about. And it's real easy for me to sit here in this nice, comfortable chair with the headset on, watching foosball with my buddy and go, you just got to whatever. It's a different story when you're in the match. It is hard. It is not easy to know everything you should and do and need to do and all that stuff. So I'm aware of that. That's just my opinion. What are your thoughts on that?
I don't know. I'm just not trying to think too much.
Yeah.
Just enjoying the game. I think about just chasing the ball around like a dog chasing the ball around. and I think of myself as a simpleton.
Yeah.
I just try and put the product on the table.
Yep.
You know, I don't worry if I knock the ball in on myself.
Right.
But if you're young, you haven't done it as many times as I have.
I think the key here is Jacob figuring out where the win is on his 5 bar, because he dominated that first game and a half or so on the 5 bar, and just in a matter of a few seconds lost it. I still think he has what he needs. He's just got to figure it out. Table maintenance there.
I don't really know how he's doing so well on Munoz to begin with. I haven't picked that up yet, but the stick, like you're talking about there, the stick drag.
Taking your time here is definitely a great idea. And of course, everybody knows Munoz is a fast player, momentum player, all that stuff. Mares is too. They call him Rapid Rob for a reason.
I've been talking about that all weekend. He was my favorite player when I was a little kid.
Yeah.
Rapid Rob. Hey, you knew about that too.
Yep. And that little break between games gets them up 2-0 here. Now 2-1. But that's the power of a break and just taking a minute and just stepping away.
Who took that one? Did you see?
Looked like Rob did, but I'm not certain.
Jacob and Brandon played together last year in open doubles, and they won. They're the defending champs.
So what's the why are they not going for a two-peat or repeat?
They play together all the time. It doesn't matter to them. They just got done playing together. They're probably sick of each other after Moneyball.
I like watching the youngsters play the older folks, and regardless of if it's open or even in the women's events where it's 2 newer players there playing against the old pros, so to speak. I'm a fan of it. I like it. I like to see Jacob and Sam playing together. Rob just steady clearing. That's how you win foosball games. It's a beautiful pass.
Yeah, you can't let Jacob have the high lane in any form. He's got 3 different high lanes he could take from that spot.
Yep.
Rob gets credit for that one.
Yep. It's off that outside 2-bar guy, chipped it right in. And Brandon getting torched on the 5-bar, switches, goes with the right-hand defense.
Yeah, the winners here will play Smith and Balcos. And the losers will finish 5th. Well,
Nice
Sam's
save.
at least done a good job on the quick ones. He hasn't allowed Munoz to be a quick shooter. So that's impressive in its own right.
Yeah. I mean, I think his defense against Brandon's 3-bar, if you only look at that, I think he's controlled that.
Yeah,
Brandon is going to score a percentage, but that
well
percentage
enough.
has been very low.
He's done well enough.
But the junk is I think, actually been a bigger problem. Rob's had the 2 banks, outside banks. He's also hit a couple that have kind of ragged in from the back. And, of course, the own goal there in that second game. And there's been just a few things that could have gone a little better. But if you only look at Sam's defense against Brandon, I think he's winning that by a considerable margin. And all the extracurriculars, as they might say. It's been a pain.
Yeah, all this brought to you by Nexa Mortgage.
That's 1 apiece on timeouts. Nice, patient. Waits to catch Robbie in a switch there. Just drills it push side. Get perfect time for Sam to just thwack one in from the back.
Oh, he's due.
Tic-tac pull kick. It's a monster. Going for the pass. Yeah, Sam just knows where to be. I really like his defense against Brandon this match.
Off man and in.
Math catches up. There's no way around it, man. The percentages will be what they are.
Down the middle, Brandon ties it up, gives himself a match point, game point, team on the right, match point, team on the left.
That one just hit the goalie, went out to the wingman and back in. It's a bummer. If you're rooting for the team on the right, that's a bummer. If you're rooting for the team on the left, that's a, of course he scored it kind of thing.
Timeout Munoz.
And they're out. That's their second. Like to see Sam smiling there, loosey-goosey with Jacob. Great partner for him. I'd love to see them play a lot more events together.
All right, chance for Brandon to close out this match. Goes push side around Sam. Paul Smith and Mike Balcos await Mares and Munoz.
Good
All right.
match.
Thank you, Clay.
Thank you.
We'll be back with more in a bit.